Ever get the feeling airports were designed by people who've only ever watched Home Alone? In 2025, it's less Bon Voyage and more Hunger Games Boarding Group Edition. Welcome aboard, my wise wanderers. If you're over 60 and still holding on to dreams of stress-free travel without losing your patience, your luggage, or your last clean pair of socks, this is your boarding call. I'm about to spill the senior travel secrets that even the airlines hope you never find out. And trust me, you'll want to stick around till the end for one tip that could literally save you thousands, unless, of course, you enjoy funding surprise medical flights home. Now let's taxi to Gate 1, suitcases, egos and all. Imagine waltzing through the airport while others are struggling with belts, shoes and their dignity. Want in? Tip number 1. Request special assistance from airlines. Airports are like secret societies, full of hidden services, but they're not exactly handing out membership cards. It's like knowing there's a secret menu at a restaurant, but no one tells you the password. Here's the trick. One simple phone call to your airline, yes, an actual human conversation, can unlock a backstage pass to the airport experience. You'd be surprised what's available when you just ask. Need a wheelchair? No problem. Want to skip the snaking security line that feels like a human game of chutes and ladders? Absolutely doable. Got a carry-on that weighs less than your grandkid, but still too much for your back? They'll send someone to lift it with a smile, or at least without complaint. But here's the catch. You've got to book this magic at least 48 hours in advance. No last-minute requests unless you like gambling with your knees. And don't feel guilty. You've spent decades working, raising families, and surviving technology upgrades. If anyone deserves the airport VIP experience, it's you. Besides, isn't it time someone else did the heavy lifting? What's worse than airport security? Being barefoot on a floor that feels mysteriously moist. Tip number 2. Don't wear flip-flops through security. Sure, flip-flops scream vacation mode, but the airport floor, that screams biohazard zone meets gym locker room. You don't need to be Sherlock Holmes to deduce that those mystery damp spots aren't part of a spa treatment. And let's not forget security lines. The moment you're asked to remove your shoes, you'll find yourself standing barefoot on a surface that's probably seen more bacteria than a petri dish at a science fair. Not exactly the pre-trip pedicure you had in mind. Instead, go for the gold standard of airport footwear, closed-toe supportive slip-ons. Something that keeps your toes warm, your arches happy, and your dignity intact when the boarding gate suddenly switches to the opposite end of the terminal. There's no graceful way to sprint in flip-flops unless you're auditioning for a slapstick comedy. Trust me, your feet, and anyone walking behind you, will appreciate the upgrade. If you're already picturing which shoes you'll wear, hit that like button and subscribe and turn on notifications. Trust me, your future self will thank you before takeoff. Have you ever done the pee-pee dance at 35,000 feet? Not cute. Tip number 3, always use the bathroom before boarding. Let's face it, boarding lines move slower than a tortoise on vacation, and once you're finally on the plane, the bathroom situation goes from mildly inconvenient to claustrophobic panic room with a flush. Airplane bathrooms aren't just small, they're guilt chambers where every flush feels like a public announcement. Attention passengers, this one couldn't wait. Plus, if you think you'll just sneak in before takeoff, good luck. Everyone else has the same brilliant idea, which means you'll be stuck in the aisle doing the internationally recognized "I've got to pee" shuffle. That's why it's a power move to hit the airport bathroom before boarding. It may not be glamorous, but at least you'll have room to turn around without elbowing a stranger or accidentally hitting a panic button. Think of it as the final pit stop before entering the great aluminum tube of confinement. Go in peace now, or risk regretting it mid-flight when the seatbelt sign mocks you from above. What if I told you there's a way to fly with a personal assistant for free? Tip number 4. Free airline companion pass for support persons. Did you know some airlines will actually let you bring a companion for free, or at least at a steep discount, if you have mobility challenges or specific medical needs? That's right, a living, breathing travel buddy whose sole purpose is to help you conquer airport chaos without breaking a sweat or a hip. Imagine having someone to help navigate confusing signs, carry your bags, and serve as your personal shield against grumpy passengers. It's like having your own sidekick, but instead of fighting crime, they're fighting gate changes and confusing boarding zones. Of course, there's a catch. You'll need to apply in advance, and every airline has its own set of requirements and paperwork. But a few forms are a small price to pay for a human safety net. Airlines like Air Canada and Southwest have well-known programs, but even others have hidden gems buried deep in their policy pages. So channel your inner detective and read that fine print. It's where the gold's buried. Did you know in-flight theft is on the rise? Yep, someone might just swipe your stuff mid-flight. Tip number 5. In-flight theft is real. Protect your belongings. Believe it or not, in-flight theft is a thing. And no, it's not just in the movies. While you're snoozing or stretching your legs, some opportunistic passenger might be eyeing that overhead bin like it's a clearance sale at their favourite store. Here's the rule of thumb. If it's valuable, it stays under the seat in front of you, where sticky fingers are less likely to reach. Overhead bins might as well have a neon sign that says free samples to someone with no shame and quick hands. The real MVP here? A good crossbody bag with zippered compartments. Clip the zippers together or use a small luggage lock. It's not just smart, it's fashion with function. Think of it as your own portable fortress for passports, wallets, and anything else you'd rather not explain missing to airport security. You can absolutely trust your fellow passengers, just maybe not with your wallet. Have you ever experienced or witnessed theft while traveling? Drop your stories in the comments, and don't forget to share this video with a friend who needs these tips. Here's the sneaky health threat most travelers don't think about, but should. Tip number 6. Deep vein thrombosis, DVT, is a hidden risk. Here's the sneaky villain of air travel no one talks about. Deep vein thrombosis, or DVT. It sounds fancy, but all it really means is your blood starts throwing a lazy, dangerous party in your legs when you sit too long, like a protest against good circulation. Long flights are the perfect storm. Cramped seats, minimal movement, and that false sense of, I'll stretch later. But later could be too late. That's why you need to gear up like a seasoned traveller. Compression socks are your first line of defence. Think of them as Spanx for your veins, keeping the blood flowing where it should. Aim for the 15 to 20 mm variety. It's the Goldilocks zone of pressure. Not too tight, not too loose. Next, make it a habit to move every hour. Stand up, stretch, or at the very least, do some ankle rolls and foot flexes right in your seat. Yes, it might look like interpretive dance for one, but it beats blood clots. And don't skimp on hydration. That wine or coffee might be tempting, but water keeps your blood from turning into molasses. If you've got circulation issues or a history of clots, talk to your doctor before flying. They might suggest extra precautions. Because arriving safely is great, but arriving with happy, clot-free legs? That's the real win. Picture this. Your luggage is enjoying Rome and you're stuck in Cleveland. Tip number 7. Carry essential items in your personal bag. Here's a fun fact. Your checked luggage is basically on its own vacation itinerary, and it doesn't always meet you at your destination. Sometimes it prefers an extended stay in Albuquerque when you're headed to Paris. That's why your personal bag is your survival kit, not just a fashion accessory. Think of it like your trusty sidekick. It should have everything you need if your suitcase decides to ghost you. Pack all medications. In their original bottles, please. TSA loves official labels, glasses, chargers, a printed list of prescriptions, and a copy on your phone too. Toss in some wipes, snacks, a toothbrush, and here's the pro move, a backup pair of underwear. Trust me, nothing says experienced traveller like clean underwear in a carry-on. Also, jot down emergency contacts, allergies, and your doctor's info on paper. Phones die, Wi-Fi fails, but paper, it just works. This way, even if your luggage is off exploring the world without you, you'll still have the essentials to stay clean, connected, and composed. What's the easiest way to outsmart airport chaos without talking to a single human? Tip number 8. Use airline apps for real-time updates. Remember the days when you had to huddle around those flickering airport screens, trying to decode gate changes like you were cracking a spy code? Yeah, those days are over if you've got the Airlines app on your phone. Airline apps in 2025 are like having a personal air traffic controller in your pocket. They'll ping you with real-time updates on delays, gate swaps, cancellations. You name it. Some even show airport maps, so you can actually find Gate B47 without starring in your own tragic episode of Lost. Not a tech wizard? That's what grandkids are for. Trade them cookies, cash, or old family secrets to help install the app and give you a tutorial. Once it's set up, you'll never again have to rely on those crackly, half-coherent PA announcements that always seem to come just when you've finally found a seat. Staying informed means staying in control, and that's half the battle when you're travelling. What's your go-to travel hack or app? Drop it in the comments. I love seeing the clever tricks our community uses, and share this with a friend who still thinks boarding passes need to be printed. Ever wish you had a medical plan that travelled with you? Tip number 9. Pre-trip medical preparation plan. Travelling after 60 is like prepping for a space mission. You don't just pack and go, you plan like your health depends on it, because it does. Start with a checkup at least 6 weeks before your trip. It's not just about getting the all clear, it's about stocking up on any vaccines you might need, especially if you're heading somewhere exotic, where the local mosquito population is a little too friendly. Next, double up on your medications. Bring enough to cover your trip, plus extra in case of delays or spontaneous detours. Keep them in the original bottles to avoid awkward conversations with airport security, and store them in your carry-on, not the checked bag that could end up on its own European tour. Don't forget a printed list of your conditions, medications, allergies, and emergency contacts. Add your blood type for good measure. Sure, it feels a bit James Bondish, but if something happens, that information could be a lifesaver. Bonus points for setting medication alarms on your phone and using a pill organizer to keep things straight, because jet lag is real, and did I take that pill or not is a game nobody wants to play. Also, give your travel insurance a good hard look. Medicare doesn't cover you internationally, so make sure your insurance can handle an unexpected doctor's visit abroad. Peace of mind is the best thing to pack. It weighs nothing, but it's priceless. Would you rather save money or time? Why not both? Tip number 10. Smart booking strategies. Booking a flight isn't just about picking a date and crossing your fingers. It's a game of strategy, and lucky for you, experience is your secret weapon. For international trips, aim to book 3 to 4 months in advance. Domestic flights? 6 weeks is the sweet spot. Wait too long and you'll either pay a small fortune or get stuck on the last available seat that feels more like a punishment than a place to sit. Timing your flight is an art form too. Midday flights are less prone to delays and tend to have smoother skies. Plus, let's be honest, those crack of dawn flights might save a buck, but no one over 60 wants to wrestle with an alarm clock set for 3 a.m. Layovers? Don't kid yourself with that tight 45-minute sprint across terminals. Give yourself at least 2 hours between flights, especially if navigating an unfamiliar airport. You're travelling, not auditioning for the amazing race. And here's a juicy secret. Senior discounts still exist, but they're hiding in plain sight. They're not advertised, so pick up the phone and call the airline directly. A real human might just knock a few dollars off your fare, and maybe even toss in a perk or two. Lastly, fly on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, or Saturdays if you want fewer crowds. Fewer people means fewer chances of being stuck behind someone who takes 15 minutes to stow a single suitcase. Smart booking isn't just about saving money, it's about saving energy, patience, and sanity. What if you could land feeling refreshed instead of crumpled? Tip number 11. Comfort maximization techniques. Let's be real. Airplane seats weren't designed by anyone who actually likes comfort. They were designed by people who think lumbar support is a fancy dessert. But don't worry, there are ways to beat the system and arrive without feeling like you've been folded into a suitcase yourself. First, dress in layers. The cabin temperature is either Arctic tundra or sauna, and there is no in-between. Soft, breathable fabrics that you can peel on and off like an onion will keep you sane and temperature regulated. Compression socks? Non-negotiable. They keep your blood circulating and prevent your feet from swelling to the size of small loaves of bread. Invest in a proper neck pillow, none of those sad, floppy ones that flatten after 30 minutes. A good pillow should cradle your neck like it's royalty. Bonus points for eye masks and noise-cancelling headphones, which turn your seat into a first-class pod even if you're still in coach. And don't forget hydration. Drink water like it's your job, about a cup an hour. Sure, you'll visit the bathroom more often, but that's better than arriving feeling like a human raisin. Comfort on a plane isn't just a luxury, it's how you arrive feeling human, not like an extra piece of carry-on. Want to speed through airport security like a VIP? There's a cheat code for that. Tip number 12, enroll in TSA pre-check or global entry. If you've ever stood in the security line, shoes in hand, juggling your belt, laptop, and that half-empty water bottle you forgot about, then you'll appreciate this one. TSA pre-check is your golden ticket to skipping the stripped-down routine entirely. With pre-check, you breeze through security without peeling off half your wardrobe or unpacking your perfectly arranged carry-on. It's like getting VIP access to the least glamorous club in existence. No dance floor, just faster lines. Travel internationally? Global entry is your best friend. While everyone else is stuck in a sluggish customs queue, you'll be zipping through a special kiosk like you've got places to be, and let's be honest, you do. Sure, there's an application, an interview, and a background check, but once you're approved, you're covered for 5 years. Plus, many travel-friendly credit cards will reimburse the cost, so it's basically a no-brainer investment in your future stress levels. Imagine it. No more awkward balancing acts in the security line, no more customs delays when you're jet-lagged and craving a decent coffee. Just you, gliding through the airport like you own the place. Imagine terminal chaos. Then imagine lounging with snacks and Wi-Fi instead. Tip number 13. Utilize airport lounge access. Let's paint a picture. While the masses wrestle for a seat near the one functioning outlet, you're sinking into a plush armchair, sipping free coffee with Wi-Fi that doesn't make you want to throw your phone. That, my friend, is the magic of an airport lounge. Contrary to popular belief, lounges aren't just the domain of first-class passengers and business elites. With the right credit card or a modest day pass, you too can escape the chaos of the terminal. Some lounges even feel like secret hideaways, complete with decent snacks, free-flowing drinks, clean bathrooms, and, if you're really lucky, actual showers. Yes, showers. Imagine freshening up after a long-haul flight instead of stewing in your own airplane funk. Suddenly, that 2-hour layover turns from a necessary evil to a mini spa day. Plus, lounges usually have staff that can help with flight updates or rebookings, which means you're not stuck in a long line at the service desk while your connection ticks away. Think of it as self-care in transit. You've earned comfort, peace, and a cookie or two. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Tip number 14. Wear a medical alert device for safety. Let's face it, travel is unpredictable. 1 minute you're browsing duty-free for a snack you don't need. The next minute you're feeling dizzy in a foreign airport where no one speaks your language. That's where a medical alert device steps in, quietly, reliably, and ready to save the day. These aren't the clunky, ugly bracelets of the past. Today's medical alert devices are sleek, discreet, and often packed with smart features. Some sync to your phone, offer GPS tracking, or even alert emergency services with a simple press of a button. It's like wearing a safety net disguised as jewelry. If you have any medical conditions, whether it's diabetes, heart concerns, or allergies, a wearable alert gives first responders critical information instantly. In an emergency, every second counts, and you don't want someone guessing what's wrong when they could already be helping. Think of it as travel insurance you wear. It weighs almost nothing, but carries the weight of peace of mind, not just for you, but for your family too. So while you're out there collecting passport stamps, your medical alert is quietly making sure you can collect a few more. Would your insurance cover a $75,000 emergency flight home? Most don't. Tip number 15. Don't leave home without medical travel insurance. Seriously. Travel insurance isn't just a nice-to-have, it's your financial parachute, especially when it comes to medical emergencies abroad. A twisted ankle in Tuscany? A surprise gallbladder rebellion in Greece? Without proper insurance, those could cost more than your entire trip. And that's before the bill for a medical evacuation flight back home. Most standard plans won't cover those fancy air ambulances that whisk you home for treatment. And spoiler alert, those flights can cost tens of thousands of dollars. That's a lot to pay just to avoid the local hospital. Before you travel, double-check your policy covers emergency medical care and emergency medical evacuation to your home country. Some specialized plans even let you choose the hospital you'll be flown to, not just the nearest one. It's the safety net you hope you'll never need. But if you do, you'll be the smartest, most prepared person on the plane. If you found yourself nodding along or shouting, "That's me," at the screen, don't let this be your last stop. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a tip that could save your trip or your toes. Until next time, may your flights be smooth and your luggage always loyal.